Alright. Well, here we fucking go. Because, you know what? Let's do this. Because what a lot of people don't know is when you do this. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna chill until I find this one. I can do it. not going to. I am so mad that there's no. I'm going to find it. I will find it.
You better recognize. You wanna talk that shit? Time to back it up. 'Cause the best of your best ain't good enough.
I'm not gonna quit till I find it.
With my name, now I know you really fucked up. Keep running your mouth and I'ma call your bluff.
I'm going to find this, and I'm going to destroy you. You sick son of a. Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Okay. This is gonna be bad. I'm going to absolutely. I am going to absolutely lose my fucking mind. But I think that's actually pretty cool to see. I don't. Oh, fuck. I have so much anger in me about this. And this is going to be something that is truly fucking This is gonna be bad. 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 Why am I doing this? Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Well. Fuck. Why am I doing this? I don't really know. I think I just wanted to freak out. So let's fucking do this thing.
Hello everybody, I am Brian Mullins the Fox, ready to prepare you with what's to come. So, this will be a long commentary where I do research on a topic I've never touched upon before. This will definitely be separated into chapters. Let's get to the chapters. Number 1, Introduction, which we're already in. Chapter 2, How Desensitization is the Cure. Chapter 3, The Problem with the Bullet as a Supposed Cure. Chapter 4, The Difference Between Pedophilia and Crimes Against Children. Number 5, The Truth About Parenting When It Comes to Protection Against Predators. Chapter 6, Banning child porn makes it more lethal and dangerous. Chapter 7, Legalizing all porn is the one solution that renders pedo hunters and even parents useless. Chapter 8, Why arguing that we should kill all pedos is harmful and futile. Chapter 9, Rant segment. And finally, Chapter 10, Finale/conclusion. Now, let me explain to you how desensitization, in only this specific context, is a good thing and the cure to all things pedo and predator. I'm anti-pedo, and I am disappointed in the generic-ass response to how they see pedos and predators. They would rather idolize a murderer than ever for the life of themselves let a pedophile/predator jerk it to less harmful CP, get desensitized to it themselves, to where even they don't hurt children or even want to come near children, and find themselves more comfortable with getting help, therapy, and a great assurance that they will never need to do any of that either ever again or never once in the first place. The truth is, it was never about getting rid of pedophiles and predators. It's about how to prevent them from being monsters to begin with and how to properly treat them, so it's more useful than just therapy alone. It's about parents being responsible enough on not just how to raise them, but not to be such lazy deadbeats, having to rely on police and government to do the rest for them. It's not about stigmatizing mental illness like everyone on the internet really seems to do or want to do.
I'm not going to do any pausing.
And you wonder why people are starting to say that pedophilia isn't a fetish. And you wonder why people are gradually considering that pedophilia isn't a mental illness. Because they want to run away from emotion. They want to run away from being responsible enough influences on children and society altogether. They want to run the fuck away from being the reason why pedophiles shouldn't be near your children. Desensitization is the cure.
I originally wasn't going to do stuff like that, but yeah, fuck you. Like this, fuck.
Sexual predators or child predators, but those that are
1 month ago, 1 month ago,
law enforcement,
one fucking month ago, this motherfucking stupid fucking fox
they can come near children or minors or young adults pretending to be minors or children.
I'm not
to know that the more porn they watch.
I'm not mad at furries, by the way. Oh, this is bad. I watched it last night. Oh, okay. It's only 178, 76. Oh, God. I will never have enough beers for this. This is... The desensitization is the cure. Oh, I'm going to punch him in the face.
The more desensitized they are, and the more desensitized they are, it's dramatically less and less likely that they need to even exploit or hurt actual children/minors to get the same satisfaction that's disgusting and depraved that jacking up to CP gave them or would give to anybody in the first place.
I'm going to stop it, and I got to grab more beer. Because it's a rest. man. filled with hate. I'm filled with hate. I usually don't like being filled with hate, but when it comes to somebody like this, it's.
If I told you that the government sexually exploits far more children than a child predator ever could, we rely on the government to do the rest of our job for them when it comes to protecting our children from these very predators. How come it's only a bad thing that predators exploit children, but not bad when the government or law enforcement, you know, the ones we trust to protect and serve, exploit children themselves? How come it's only a bad thing when predators do it, but also not when parents do it? How come we
have
only
zero.
care to weaponize stigmatization and child porn being illegal against those who consume pedophiles and predators, but no one the fuck else, even children/minors themselves, even if it means the fake-ass porn not even hurting them? Because if and when we humanize pedophiles/predators, we understand what their problem is in a more humane way. Because if
I know probably nobody's watching this, and that's fine. But the reason why I am doing this is because people like this dipshit needs to be put on blast. He needs to be put on blast. Like, let's just be honest and real. This motherfucker right here is a shitty fucking person who needs to be beat the shit out of to stop it. He is the definition of people equal shit.
we desensitize and destigmatize humans with a fetish, and a fetish of that with a self-contradictory desire, we can treat it in a much easier, non-abusive way. These monsters are no less human than you and me. They're not even any less human than we are. As a society, we would get rid of these pedo rings/predator circles without having to rely on the FBI, CIA, or law enforcement to bust them down. Porn in general has an inverse effect when it comes to rape rates in general. So it's not just in this sort of sector of porn. It's any porn in general. If we would decriminalize all porn, including CP, and not the dangerous type of it, the predators and pedophiles wouldn't feel like they're taking a risk or making a business out of it illegally. And hence they
No. You are a fucking no.
would be less likely to want to come near your children in general. Prohibition of anything, let alone this kind of shitty material, doesn't work. Because it only makes people want to do it more, and they would even need to create these...
Okay. I drink a lot, and I'm gonna admit that. I drink a lot. The answer is I enjoy drinking. When I was a child, I enjoyed that because it was bad. Are you fucking stupid? The answer is yes, you are a fucking piece of shit. And I'm taking the gloves off. I want you to unlive yourself on Minecraft. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna even wait till the end of it. Kill yourself, you piece of shit.
Rings because of it. Prohibition of alcohol created the mafias of the 20th century. The gradual prohibition of child porn created more and more of these rings of absolute monsters since 1977. And they want more of this because it's the only reason they would have any use for any lazy parent at all. Predator hunters practically use themselves as a self-suppository against this very idea.
Are you kidding
What's the
me?
point of
So just as an FYI, I support predator poachers. I fund them. Not like, oh, no. I'm a sub to them. I'm a sub. Just like anybody else, I subbed.
Being a predator hunter, when even trying to get rid of them seems more predatory. Going after a predator and ruining their life is no less predatory than a predator molesting a child/minor. The problem isn't
Are you
that
fucking
if we
kidding me?
desensitize ourselves to this porn and legalize it all, that it would make themselves more dangerous. If anything, the opposite opposite is true. Now, it's that the more they're desensitized
I hate myself
to
right now.
non-dangerous CP, the type of porn that isn't dangerous, and the type
I
of porn
hate
that's
myself
fake,
right
the
now
less
for
likely
watching
we
this.
would need to worry about protecting our own children, or at least how it's treated, in this case, for which the actual problem is not that consuming CP at all makes you an automatic threat to children. It's what you've done in your criminal past towards children that do.
What?
Because the truth is, it's addiction to more and more dangerous forms of child porn. That's the problem.
The fact that this is something on my channel is bad. I'm a nothing. I'm a nobody. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. I'm a nothing. I'm a nobody. This is just fucking stupid. I don't like it. Why?
Not
am
that
I-
they have any CP at all, even the type that's not dangerous and won't hurt
Right.
children. The more they are kept away from the most dangerous part of it, the more that kids can keep their innocence and keep predators at bay, because parents at that point have given themselves a better opportunity to raise kids not to be compliant,
you
not to
fucking-
be obedient, but to make mistakes so that they don't have to even remotely worry about making them again. And other people who are anti-pedo in general that would ever have to boil this shit down,
Everyone is
arguments against the legalization of all
anti-pedo,
porn
you
means that
stupid
when parents
fucker.
get lazy
How
and
do you
lazy,
not
and
know
this kind
that?
of porn remains somehow illegal, even when consenting minors don't matter, pedophile rings are allowed to exist by default for the sake of it. There is a reason why pedophiles in certain circles are allowed to molest children, and
They are never fucking allowed. Are you fucking kidding me? Right fucking now. There's no allowedness. There's no allowedness. Okay.
so it's seemingly convenient not to anymore, only because they got caught, like priests, shepherds, and other people that get high praise when nobody knows or suspects.
I am so angry. I forgot how mad I was gonna be. Byron Moles, the fox. I now wish death on foxes if it would get rid of you. This is fucking horrible.
What they're doing to their own children. It's because they don't care. It's not the wolf just looking for its prey that we need to be worried about at all. It's the shepherd they fawn over so highly. They may wax poetical about how they feel sorry for them, and how if we didn't have all this child porn or pedophiles and opposite is true. It's the parent.
Wait. What's going on with my OBS? Guys. That's intriguing to me. Why did I get disconnected? That's weird. Okay. So there's no reason nobody watches me. Doesn't matter. This is weird. Very weird. All right. As hard as this is to watch, remember, the kitty gloves aren't coming off.
It's fault that their kids are being groomed, diddled, raped, or in the rarest case ever, murdered after being raped. It's because parents are lazy as shit. And if there's any cure for it, I know what isn't, and we're about to get into it.
You contribute nothing to society. You're just taking up space. I mean, how could I be with someone like you?
The problem with just saying that pedophiles should be shot if they go near your children is that you don't know who you even allow or allowed near your kids to begin with. It's not the pedo's fault that he or she's going near your kids. It's the fault of parents like you who made it impossible for them not to.
I don't know why it disconnected me. I really don't. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's because people watch. No, nobody sees me. That doesn't matter. All right, so I'm actually going to read something. What the hell is the point of predator hunting? Being preventative in nature. If and when you all God. Enigma, read this right. What the hell is the point of predator hunting being preventative in nature if and when all you do that point is a sex crime? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I know I should be more sober when drinking, when doing this. But I kind of want to beat this fucker with a bat. All right. What the hell is the point in predator hunting being preventative in nature if and when all you do at that point is what a sex crime to be committed in order to make a case for yourself with the best interest in mind? Does that make you a hero? It just means you're a villain. I'm sorry. I kind of want to... All right. Fuck. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going, like,
because you relied on the government and law enforcement to make child porn illegal. It's like saying you should shoot the angriest drunk that's trying to hurt or kill you because back in Prohibition he couldn't get easy access to safe-to-drink alcohol, and not the bathtub gin he or she is alcoholically afflicted by. It's not the alcohol that's the problem. It's not that child porn in general, and I'm not talking about the dangerous type of it, that's the problem. Hell, it's not even that pedophiles in general are the problem. It's that Prohibition doesn't work and is the problem. Prohibition also stops them from getting comfortable and desensitized enough to stop, get help, and get on with a better life. Addiction to it is the underlying cause of this problem. And without desensitization in this context, it will only get worse. If anything, banning all child porn permanently will...
No! Oh my God! No! Okay. I actually have to take off my glasses because I'm going to hit him so bad.
Will also permanently make child predators impossible to get rid of without law enforcement or
I
government.
am
Not that
so
we
mad.
really or should need them to begin with. And the innocence of children will continue to get compromised more and more because what's stopping us as opposed to stopping them? They will permanently close the
All right. All right.
door on fixing an issue as opposed to actually solving it.
I'm-
That's why they don't care about even their own children. Because just like
What?
their adult form, they're too stupid to get the difference, but too quick and dishonestly motivated to notice that they're wrong. They permanently shut the door on anyone critical of their complete abortion they would call a quote-unquote justified policy, so that nobody can criticize a pedophile or predator. Because if we stop them before we stop ourselves, we would have no crime to commit, as much or if not more than we would have criminals to throw in the slammer to and for anyone who believes wholeheartedly that this is the only cure to it was just the bullet and nothing else should just stop and say no. Just know we are the reason these kids are even alive. The way we indirectly and
No. Oh, God. No.
influence children is the same reason we directly influence pedophiles and predators. It's too much of a mistake and a hustle to permanently solve the problem of child sex predators to know that the reason is us, the parents, the internet, and human beings that live on planet fucking Earth. And us alone. Child porn, most of it, excluding the most dangerous kind of it, is not the real reason why they want to rape children. It's despite of it, because child porn is still mostly illegal. That's the problem. And if we keep doing this by banning child porn permanently, we'll make it more and more dangerous, and more children are gonna die as a result.
Are you
Being raped or compromised and not murdered after being raped by a molester or a pedophile/predator. And if that is what a pedo hunter or
this is... Are you fucking kidding me? Byron Mullins? Mullins? Fuck you, you stupid fucking cunt. You are a dirty piece of shit, and I want you dead. I'll say it on my fucking channel. I don't fucking care if this channel goes away. You need to die. I'm not gonna be cool. I'm not gonna be friendly.
someone who's
Once again,
extremely anti-pedo
kitty
while being a far-right
fucking hands-
reactionary nitwit
kitty
once,
fucking gloves
then
are off.
those people aren't
You're a
really
pile of
quote-unquote
shit.
anti-pedo. They're the only ones who are pro-pedophile. That's what they want, so that they have
Are
competition.
you
The
fucking
smaller,
kidding
less
me?
Predatory, and even those that aren't as predatory than the least predatory ever are snuffed out, while the quote-unquote anti-pedo, pedo/predators will remain on top of the chain, and giving them the bullet as a supposed cure will doom us all, even the children with us. It will
No. The bullet will rid you, you pile of shit.
doom us in a way where it even trivializes
So
the
mad.
suggestion they call a cure, because it's not really a cure at all.
Like,
it's just
this
a
is the
lazy
second
ass
time I'm
excuse
watching-
to actually solve the pedo problem.
This is the second time I'm watching this. And it hasn't gotten better than the first time. This guy needs a bullet right to the dome. Right to the dome. I might be drunk, but you know what? Fuck it, let's keep going.
The predator problem too. Just shoot the man and nothing else. It can only be a life-saving thing if it's only in self-defense. So just murdering them, even when they've never shown themselves or posed to be any kind of threat or an actual danger to these kids, is
That
not
fox
the way to go.
is a
the
pile
fact
of
that
shit.
this is
That
anybody's
fox is a
go-to
fucking
as a
piece
quote-unquote
of shit.
solution is
I
beyond
hate
me.
you,
Not
you
allowing them to
stupid
properly and
fucking cunt.
humanely treat their addiction and mental illnesses is the main culprit of that very problem. It's a last resort. Shooting and killing a pedophile out of pure fear/concern is only a last resort. Those that even say or suggest that this should be the be and end all for anything pedo/predator is not just not anti-pedo, but they're unironically the greatest friend a predator ever had.
Oh, Byron, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, Byron. I actually might have to talk to my sister-in-law and get you on here. You stupid piece of shit. She's gonna tear you from fucking limb. Good luck.
They are willing to be a pedophile's bitch if and only if it means sacrificing their own children to make a point. And the point to end all points in solving the problem of child sex predation in general. Not allowing yourself to become a better parent is the reason why, as time goes on, parents will become lazier and lazier and lazier, so that they make themselves more and more comfortable in neglecting to realize that if we stop them, we stop ourselves from protecting our own children. And that's what they want. Even if it's the government and law enforcement, alongside with the pro-police, semen-guzzling cocksuckers right with them. But without further ado, that's the main point. It is not a cure, it is just a lazy fucking lie. And now let's move on. This will be the chapter that will gain me the most infamy in this entire video, as if any other chapter before or after hasn't yet done so. Apparently, people in general don't even bother to care enough to distinguish the difference between someone just being a pedophile without having inappropriately laid a hand on a kid in his life or her life and being a child predator. The difference simply being the child predator actively wants to rape.
There is no difference. They both are predators. They both are predators. They both are. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. You, Byron, or Brian, I don't fucking give a shit about your stupid fucking name at this point. You're a predator. You should never be allowed within within the range of children's. You're a sick fuck, degenerate piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hope you die. And I don't even hope it's slow. I don't even fucking hope it's slow. Fuck you.
Or hurt children or minors to get what they want, to manufacture consent when children cannot consent. The generic, non-offending pedophile just has a sick and twisted fetish or a sexual attraction to prepubescent children, but doesn't want to hurt or offend children. The key focus is mental illness and disability, not hostility. People believe it's all just black and white, when in reality it couldn't be further from the truth and reality. But society doesn't even care about how they caused the problem by making child porn illegal, even if it's not the dangerous kind. Let's get into...
Hold on. The thing that made it a problem is child porn became illegal? Are you fucking shitting me now? Are you fucking shitting me now? You gotta be shitting me now. Because there is 0% chance that child porn being illegal is the reason it's bad. No, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought because of how fucking stupid this is. How fucking idiotic is he? I fucking... Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry. Let's just fucking keep going.
or offend children. The key focus is mental illness and disability, not hostility. People believe it's all just black and white, when in reality...
I'm gonna take my avatar down because, oh my god, I don't want anything to do with this. Anything at all.
It couldn't be further from the truth and reality. But society doesn't even care about how they caused the problem by making child porn illegal, even if it's not the dangerous kind. Let's get into a little bit more detail before this chapter ends. People, be they on the left or the right, instead of honestly and actually having a conversation about how we can deal with pedophiles and child predators in a safe and non-abusive way, have instead resorted to accusing anybody that they disagree with of being pedophiles falsely. Why wouldn't they do that? Why, for the life of me, do they really want to believe that by their own logic that porn is real, as opposed to it being the fiction it is? Because at that point, saying that child porn, or the kind that doesn't really hurt or harm any children or minors, has to be real in the sense where they are being...
Anything that has a child in it hurts the child. Are you that stupid? Are you that fucking retarded?
Sexually exploited, as opposed to having used them inappropriately for fake naked sexual position or posing sessions or whatever the fuck it actually was, albeit without children having to ever understand fully how sexual education works, which is wrong, but doesn't really harm a child in any real significant way, other than just generating a culture of ignorance surrounding sexual education. To assume that porn is real is to give that kind of porn power by making...
No, you're sexually exploiting a child. Are you fucking stupid? Like, I asked that before. The answer is yes. He is fucking stupid. He's fucking retarded. I don't put on kitty gloves right now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna put on kitty gloves. You're a fucking reek. You're beyond retarded, because retarded people fucking deserve have a chance at life. You don't. You are a piece of shit. Byron Mullins, I hope to shoot you in the wild. I'm not going to sit here and, once again, not playing with kitty gloves. I'm not going to do that. I said that in my fucking title. I'm not going to fucking play with kitty gloves. Shoot this stupid fucking fox in the fucking head.
Making it illegal even if and when no child or minor was harmed in the production of it, and hence why it's treated like the bane of society, while people are giving rape porn a pass even if no child was involved. Rape porn in general...
There is no pass! Oh God.
Is fiction, and needing to believe that it's real means that the real child predators can only exist while the pedophiles that are non-offending don't get away with their degeneracy. The only solution for parents when it comes to not having these preds near their kids is stop being so damn lazy and stop being the reason this happens, because people like you contributed to child porn being mostly illegal. And with that being said, let's get to the history. Even the strictest laws against child porn permits minors 16 and older be allowed to make porn of themselves, but at the same time forbid them from doing so, even when there's no harm in the production and...
No, just so everybody knows, there is never no harm in the production. There's never no harm. I have actually looked up a little bit of this, and yes, they will have ongoing, like, it's not a no harm situation. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Byron Mullins? Oh my God, you have an avalanche coming towards you. But every single bit of it you deserve. You are a sick fucking freak. You are a sick fucking freak. That I just can't wait for Wrangler to get you.
Even if consent doesn't matter, the government and law enforcement try.
What do you mean, even if consent doesn't matter? A child cannot consent. You stupid fucking nothing cunt. A child cannot consent.
To have it both ways. And it only shows that it never works, prohibition never works, and child porn laws have no effect and make no difference when it comes to protecting our children. If we got rid of these...
Oh God, I am getting heated like I never have. This is great. I love being mad. I love being mad. Unfortunately, I don't like being mad about stuff like this. Like, I like being mad about, like, video game shit. That's fun. Video game shit's fun. Doesn't hurt anybody. This child abuse is not video game fun. It's not haha laugh. Like me freaking out about a video game. That to me is fun. You're hurting children and you're trying to justify it. You are hurting children and trying to justify it. There's no justification. Brian Mullins, you're a fucking piece of shit. That's all there is to it. I hate listening to more of this, but it needs to be put out there how bad of a person you are. I said take the kitty gloves off. I was joking. I've heard this before. I hate you. I legitimate hate you. There's there's some people that if I give certain things to, it's kind of funny. With you, no. The only thing I would want to give to you is a razor blade across the throat. You are a horrible person, and it hurts to keep watching this. But more people need to know how bad of a person you are. You are a decrepit pile of shit, and I hate you.
Ridiculous laws and standards that don't make any sense, it would only have a positive effect against predators and real creeps. Now let's get to the truth about parenting when it comes to protection against predators. Now let's get to the history of child porn being illegal. But before we do, I will let you all in some historical pretext before 1977. Then we'll get to what led to the...
Remember, this is a pile of shit. I have said my piece. I will only get angrier. Like, I just... I hate to pull kitty gloves out. But when I say you, Brian Mullins, or Byron, doesn't matter your name, should unalive yourself, I'm not joking. You're a sick fucking piece of shit. You're a sick fucking piece of shit. I'm not going to be apologetic.
the first anti-CP federal laws. But before we get to how odd it is for one law to be passed before the other, let's get into how human trafficking became a political issue in the 1900s. The true problem that made child pornography most lethal is human trafficking, much less child sex trafficking. And I'll get to how fucked up calling child rape child porn is later in this chapter. Bear with me. But let's read a somewhat adequate reading of the history of the sexual exploitation of children, according to Women at Risk International. The U.S. History of Sexual Exploitation of Children. News. When it comes to sexual slavery and exploitation of children, Americans tend to view it as a problem somewhere else. Slavery doesn't exist in the United States anymore, we tell ourselves. Certainly, the selling of children here is unimaginable. And no, slavery as it existed in the early years of our country's formation does not exist openly. But make no mistake, the buying and selling of people, especially children, for sexual acts occurs today, whether Americans realize it or not. This horrible threat against our children has existed here for many years. In fact, the first laws created to indirectly fight child exploitation were enacted over 100 years ago. Between the 1880s and 1900, most of the states changed a child age.
Just so Byron, doesn't matter, knows, yes, I challenge you to a fight. Physically. You want Enigma? I challenge you to a fight, you fucking garbage piece of fucking shit.
Age of consent from 10 years old to 16. The winds of change slowly blew across the nation as this transition marked the first action to protect the purity of young girls. Though rarely reported at the time, sexual abuse was more prevalent than people knew. Raising the age of consent showed the first sign of concern from authorities, given that it made human trafficking, much less child sex trafficking, worse. The first law that touched on human trafficking was the Mann Act of 1910, or the White Slave Trafficking Act, enacted to fight forced prostitution and transportation of women from state to state. It didn't specifically protect minors. An amendment in 1917 broadened the scope of the law to include any non-commercial immoral acts. However, it wasn't until 60 years later in 1978 that the Mann Act was amended to protect male or female minors from sexual exploitation. The introduction of child pornography came in the late 70s, prompting the government to take action. With the sexual revolution and vast change in America during the 60s and 70s, people felt more comfortable speaking out about child exploitation. Authorities started flexing their muscles within the
I'm not going to stop.
Doctors were more likely to investigate physically abused children for sexual abuse and then notify law enforcement.
Don't want to keep doing this.
Some attention.
I legit have zero interest.
This change protected minors from any sexual activity for which
I have zero interest in pursuing this, but this fucker, oh my god. Yeah, let's just
any person
fucking
can be charged
yeah.
with a criminal
I don't want to
Around
stop
the
it
time
anymore.
The Mann Act
This
was
is
amended again. Child
killing me.
pornography was nearly extinct in America. Emphasis on nearly. Law enforcement agencies organized a series of successful campaigns, and child pornographers became isolated, hunted people. But the rise of technology in the 90s changed everything. Once expensive and difficult to reproduce, child pornography could be in front of you with the click of a button. The internet allowed predators to communicate with each other and find victims easily. The law tried to keep up. The Mann Act was amended again in 1994 and currently makes it a felony to willingly transfer anyone under the age of 18 in the U.S. or in foreign countries for the purpose of prostitution or criminal sexual acts.
Are you?
Another
Yes,
law
yes.
initiated in 1994 was the Violent Crime Bill and Law Enforcement Act. Oh God! It included a provision called
am
the Child
going
Sexual
to
Abuse Prevention
not
Act, which makes it a
say
crime to travel to
anything.
a foreign country with the purpose of having sex
I'm
with a
not-
minor. Prosecutors looked to both of these laws to combat child exploitation. The year 2000 brought the first law intended to fight human trafficking. Why only then? Oh my God. The Victims of Trafficking and Violence Protection Act criminalized human trafficking and zeroed in on prevention, protection, and prosecution, but they still get trafficked. While the Mann Act needs proof of transportation across state lines, TVPA needs no such evidence of trafficking. It can be in-state. In 2002, Congress passed the Sex Tourism Prohibition Improvement Act, criminalizing the actions of sex tour operators. Laws are coming along, but the problem of child sexual exploitation continues to grow. With the constant threat of HIV or AIDS, victims are getting younger. The average...
Sorry, I got long hair. And a lot of anger. We gotta power through this bullshit.
Becomes a victim to exploitation is 13 to 14. 300,000 children are at risk of exploitation in this country. Citation needed. This isn't an overseas problem. It is here in America. It isn't just in impoverished communities, but mostly they are. But flourishes in middle-class communities as well. Child sexploitation, see what I did? Shortened sexual exploitation to sexploitation, occurs everywhere.
Yeah, that was cute, you stupid fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
In 1977, if the main problem outside of that was human trafficking, much less child sex trafficking. Shouldn't they have passed the amendment?
You know what?
To the Mann
I got a
Act
controller that I can break.
Child pornography in the sense, if the real issue wasn't just child pornography and nothing else, if the human traffickers do their business to this day, but on a much smaller and more obscure scale on the dark web, what's stopping them other than the government having made child porn in general, for the most part, and not just the dangerous and or lethal exploitative kind, illegal? They would have made a better case for themselves, but even so, it won't solve
No,
the
I
problem of
can't
making
pause
all
it. I
CP
can't
illegal,
pause it. I'm
because
just gonna get too
lolicons and
mad.
cub porn
Just gonna get too
consumers
mad if I
exist,
pause it.
and non-offending pedophiles exist as well. What's stopping those groups of people I just mentioned? There was a reason why the anti-CP law of 1977 was repealed in 2002. How bloody fucking ironic and convenient. You only made the problem worse by banning child porn. Go figure. So what I've highlighted here, according to Wikipedia, with this overlay, means that if it's either an image of a naked child that's not sufficiently sexually suggestive enough, animated, or anthropomorphized, then it isn't technically illegal. Not that you should dare to consume that filthy material. The fact that anyone does makes me want to throw up. Holy shit, that's disgusting.
Brian?
And not that the government cared not to make any and all CP illegal. Doing all of this made human and child sex trafficking way worse. Now let's get into how child pornography being banned initially in 1977.
I have a $70 controller.
Be a thing outside of human trafficking. According to an article
It's
called
gonna hit the
Protection of
floor
Children
really
Against
hard
Sexual
because
Exploitation
you're a
Act of
piece of shit.
1977, on the Free Speech
But-
Center at Middle Tennessee University website, this is what led up to it, and this is what Congress did later. The main issue wasn't child porn after all. It was way, way deeper than even that alone. It was and is human and child sex trafficking. The real reason why more and more of these non-offending pedophiles exist is because of the fact that anti-CP laws like this get more and more vague as time went on and time goes on, and the ones that aren't vague and made human and child sex trafficking worse were struck down in 2002. But
What are you talking about?
Parents just add on to the issue because they would rather trust the government, the FBI,
What are you talking about? I'm drunk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm drunk as fuck. There's no reason for this guy to live. Sorry. There is no reason for this guy to live.
CIA and any other vigilante dumbass to quote-unquote get rid of these predators that actually are out there to prey on minors and children, than actually be responsible enough parents on how not to poorly raise them or supervise them well enough so they're not degenerates and just looking for this kind of fucking shit to happen to them. Just like the other parents that raised these sexual predators poorly to begin with. I'm against this CP content being consumed at all, but banning all of it permanently in the future will make child predators predators impossible to get rid of, human trafficking to be completely trivialized, especially ones when it came to child sex trafficking, and parents less and less responsible so that they just don't care. But who could care less? And yes, as I mentioned earlier, the age of consent doesn't even matter, even if it means not harming one another, even if the porn is directed by another minor, which is ridiculous because porn should be allowed to be made in the context where it's fictional, that even the suggestion is fictional, that they won't actually fuck. The reason why human traffickers had real children and minors involved at all was because they wanted to make the porn real, even though it's not actual porn, and that they've done the dirty deed themselves.
Are you
by
fucking
raping these
serious?
children, even if
What?
it's contracting sexually
Oh,
transmitted process. And it blew up in their faces, of course, because it's child rape, not child porn. They should have made all forms of child sex exploitation illegal before they made this forced to be real,
I'm sorry,
porn illegal.
I am
The masses are
losing
so
my
divided as to whether or not
fucking
porn is
mind.
real, or a sick and twisted version of how sex actually works, but is real nonetheless, which by that very twisted logic would mean that rape isn't. What the fuck? Even though it is real. Why would it matter if porn wasn't real? Why would parents, the government, the FBI, and others be fooled by the human traffickers to believe that it's real when they're not technically making porn as it is? It's worse. Because firstly, children cannot consent.
This
But back
guy
in the day, they sold themselves
needs a
for
bullet.
the sick and
This
depraved sexual
this
desires
guy
of a few
needs a
handy
bullet.
men. If and when
This guy
parents
needs a fucking
foolishly
bullet.
believed that porn actually depicts reality, why the hell wouldn't they have an axe to grind if it being sexually suggestive or not didn't matter? If the main issue wasn't child porn but child sex trafficking, why ban it? They should have made it impossible for them to use children for their sick and twisted sexual desires before they went and banned child porn altogether. Because to be frank, that is the reason why predators are hard as balls to get rid of. None of these standards were ever set in stone. Predators and pedophiles have existed long before the 1970s. The only reason why human trafficking isn't taken as seriously as people would have you believe that they are is because had they helped get rid of these human trafficking rings by keeping fictional child porn legal, not illegal, child porn would have been completely irrelevant as to the real intentions of these human traffickers. But with that being said, onward to the next chapter. And you've been warned, things get pretty fucking grim. Now let's get to the absolute most important chapter I've been wanting to work on in this video. Why and how banning all child porn permanently will not only make matters of the integrity and innocence of children/minors worse, but permanently make it impossible to get rid of child predators, child sex trafficking rings, and human trafficking rings without relying on the government or without making shit fucking worse. The problem wasn't that these human traffickers were creating the child porn. It's not even considered porn because porn is fiction. They were recording themselves raping minors.
No. There is fan fiction. That is porn. You are a stupid pile of shit. Oh God, why? I am losing my fucking mind. I am losing my fucking mind. I appreciate you stopping by, but like there's a lot of times where I'm just like, oh, this thing is stupid. This thing is stupid, and it's fun for me to freak out, spurg out. It's fucking fun. This dude is a fucking pile of shit. I implore you to see Nick's channel and Nick Nobody. This dude is a fucking, like, he is a horrible fucking degenerate piece of shit. And the only reason why I am watching this after Nick did it is because more people need to see about this pile of shit. This is a horrible person. I feel bad even calling him a person. Dude, I understand that, homie. I I would run if I didn't see this. I'd want to run too. Every second I'm here, I think that cutting. Okay, I'm not even gonna make that joke. Even my friends don't like it. Um, I I hate this guy. There's nothing but hate.
About the fuckdom and these minors and or children having this happen to them, because by your own logic, if you were to call this quote-unquote child porn, it would have to be real in the sense where in your weird, twisted, demented alternative
I'm gonna grab
reality,
a beer.
they can consent when they can't, and that they actually orgasm to this when they're not. They're forced to this against their will. They have to react this way because they're being forced. That's not pornographic. That's actually counter to it. Because of course, orgasms are faked without force. Forced orgasms are completely different from fake orgasms. Just separate the two, which is disgusting and depraved beyond all fucking doubt. That if I had a gun, if you came to my house, hypothetically speaking, and you actually believe that porn is real by your own logic, and tried to come near my child with the intent to cause any bodily harm, including rape, there's no doubt that I would shoot you. But of course, that's only a last resort. Child
I
rape
forgot
is
that
not
it wasn't
the
on
same
the
as child
computer.
porn.
Okay, so if oh god, if nobody's looked that up, if nobody's looked that up, no, I just gotta keep going. This is just fucking cruel and it sucks. I hate myself and my anger is growing. This motherfucker, though, has no idea what he's talking about. None. You. Didn't I say in my thing, kitty gloves are coming off? I hope you kill yourself. I hope Brian Mullins or Byron, doesn't matter, kills yourself. I am so angry. I'm not even gonna joke.
Because unlike porn, the rape is real. There is no orgasm. There's only hurt. There's only violence. There's only endless pain to end. Endless trauma. So the truth is, these pedo rings and child sex traffickers exist because they themselves wanted the government and parents to believe that porn is real to justify their beyond sick and twit.
You are a fucking liar. You are a selfish, stupid piece of fucking garbage. You are a fucking liar. And you don't know shit.
Actions towards these children. They wanted the government to ban child porn permanently so that people couldn't bother to tell the difference. So when they did all of this, they knew the government will let them get away with worse and charge/prosecute anyone for anything less than what they've done to children, even when they're all gone. So that getting rid of them is actually counter to the actual problem they pretend to even care about solving, which is child sex trafficking rings, pedo rings, and not child porn. That's fiction. If porn's allowed to be fiction and it harms no one, not even children, then it shouldn't be illegal. It's a pretty controversial take.
There is no... I need to stop.
I'm not pro-CP. Of course not. I'm anti-CP, but I'm also against banning it permanently. They succeeded for the most part because, like I've said before, lollies, cubs, and other CP enthusiasts exist, but you don't see...
Okay. I'm gonna end the stream. No, I'm not. You know what? No. I'm gonna get meaner at Brian. I'm gonna just... I'm gonna be as mean as I can be. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And do you know why it's gonna be fun? Nobody fucking cares. And you don't deserve to live.
them having sex with children at all. That explains why the age of consent was raised from 10 years old to 16 years old by 1910 with the Mann Act.
Oh, it was raised. Congratulations, you sick fucking freak. The more people knew, the more people knew. Oh, fuck. You are not just a degenerate. You're a predator. I am going to re-explicit myself when I say, I hope you die. I hope you unalive yourself in Minecraft. I don't know how many times I need to say this. I don't want you living. Because you are a pile of shit. I have nieces, I have nephews. You should never walk again.
Many amendments after and to that, so that I am not pro-pedo at all. In fact, I'm the real anti-pedo furry. Sure, I'm against consuming the shit, but I'm also against criminalizing it or making it worse for kids and other people and minors that actually care about children and themselves.
The lies.
Alcohol during the Prohibition era from 1920 to 1933, and look what came out of that. The mafias of the 20th century with their bathtub gin. They banned marijuana and other drugs in general throughout the ongoing drug war since 1970, the last year of the 60s. And look what came out of that, and look what's coming out of it now.
I'm going to finish this bullshit.
Now,
I want you dead.
1977, they banned child pornography in general.
Nobody
the coming decades,
knows who I
Pedo
am.
and child
Nobody
sex
does
trafficking
anything.
rings and child predators abroad. It's impossible to learn if
I
either
hate
everyone's a hypocrite and allows worse types of fictional porn, or that hurting children doesn't have to be their main concern in order to push their fucking disgusting, sick and twisted political agenda.
Oh, they're fucking sick.
Child porn illegal.
They're fucking sick and delusional child. But yet here you are just saying kids should be subjected. You actual fucking piece of shit. When I say I have no kitty gloves on, I have no kitty gloves on. I am so mad You are a pile of shit. I want you done. I want you to unalive yourself. I fucking...
Their trust and control in the hands of the government, which they gave their trust and control in the hands of the child sex traffickers, pedo ringleaders, child predators, and sex offenders abroad. We are to blame, not them. It's not their fault that we're not only fooled, but morally stumped, even though they are beyond monsters and predators.
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
Even when they don't exist anymore, if we made child porn permanently illegal, we would be tearing each other apart and taking each other down. And there would still be more and more of them. Why should I trust a parent that absolutely trusts the government blindly, only for that same government trusting predators and child sex traffickers, and they still exist, only to act like the issue's been solved when nothing happened and nothing was solved? It only creates what I can call a trust struggle.
You're a sick piece of degenerate shit. I'm just not gonna say anything more. I think
run-of-the-mill pedo could ever be. So now let's get to the next chapter.
Now,
it may sound unbelievably unheard of, insane, and controversial, but it just may be the one thing that'll stop these predators from the source of the issue. Before I get into all the deeds as to why, I'm going to hold your attention on the source of the issue.
Alright, you stupid fucker.
Let's say that not all children are well informed on and about sexual education.
Motherfucker.
That teaching them sex ed at an early age, between the ages of 5 and 9 years old, or an age when they're capable of understanding English, science, social studies, mathematics, as much as the meaning of life. There should never be any time when and after they hit puberty. This measure, and this measure alone, should be preventative in nature when it comes to child predators, for the most part. And the most part is all that matters. The very thought of anyone suggesting otherwise is the real reason why these
You're a stupid fucker.
These very children and minors, because just like the children and minors that run away to these predators for satisfaction and first-hand sexual experiences, and the very predators that depend on these children/minors alone for their sexual satisfaction, the problem stems all the way back to bad parenting. The lack of proper and early-on sexual education is the real problem that begins and ends all problems when it comes to child predators.
Headphones.
The reason why these parents want to either sugarcoat or baby talk their way through explaining it is the same reason why these predators exist, just like the other reasons I mentioned in this fucking video. It all stems back to dependence. The reason why any creep, pedophile, or predator always suggests that we lower the age of consent to anything lower than it already is, like the age of 13. I mean, come on, really? Fuck no. This is the same reason why parents are such dereliction of duty when it comes to teaching their own kids sexual education at an earlier age than what these creeps should suggest the age of consent must be, even though it shouldn't. I will explain that reason to you. It's too obvious, but people these days are beyond oblivious. They're in denial of, and they just don't get it. I'm going to sweeten this up so YouTube doesn't strike
I want to shoot that
ban
fox
me
in the
for
head.
it. It's a competition on who can beat who to the pancake batter. In other words, who is it going to be? The parents with the right ingredients and instructions? Or the predator with his or her own ingredients?
Are you fucking kidding me? You're... Ah! There is... the race. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, I am getting livid. I don't fucking care. If you fucking believe this stupid fucking piece of shit fox, I hope you die too. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm not gonna... I don't... like... when I say kitty gloves are off, it's just from me. I just legitimately hope the figure that I see in front of me dies. I'm not going to be nice. I'm not going to be cute. I'm not going to be anything. I think that this is a scumbag who should be beaten within an inch of his life, and then should have that inch beaten out of him. This is fucking disgusting.
Being completely oblivious or unaware as to who made them hungry and where these cravings go. If age doesn't mean jack shit to a parent, the same goes for a predator. The fate is only to be sealed for these kids when either the parents or the predator on the streets gets the job done first and fastest, even if it means getting pancake batter everywhere. Nobody cares as to where the pancake batter has been or even remotely where it comes from to fucking begin with. Ignorance really is bliss in the eyes that not even a blind man could envy. It's also a competition on who gets their gooses cooked the last. Because parents rely on law enforcement and government, after all. Who gets arrested first in the worst case scenario, depending on what that scenario would ever be or what it would even have it lead up to, is key. And just like any problem that nobody cares to solve and has what they consider any reasonable doubt as to how any of this can be solved without government or parental influence, it has its roots. A tree without a root never grows, but you can't kill a tree without it. You can't cut down a tree when it's dead, but you only need to when it's in the way. It's mainly focused on who has the moral high ground and or who has the highest standard, regardless if it's forced upon them or not. The one with the highest standard gets to win by default, even when they, as in the parents themselves, become predators, or worse than the predator in the streets. Not only is legalizing child porn, that's fiction and harmless, parents teaching their kids sexual education long before they hit puberty can be the best and only curveball that no child predator can ever hope to get around or get over. When you do that, all these Discord mod-looking motherfuckers are useless and still incels. Having sex won't mean that you ain't a virgin anymore, bitch tits. They don't get addicted to children because they jacked off to pixels on a goddamn screen. And the funny thing is, it never did.
If you have sex, you are no longer a virgin. I'm getting mad.
And even the worst of child predators can be taken care of if they dare to try coming near your children, of course, because it's a last resort. But
a fist
the last resort does
or
not
with
justify
hammers.
banning child porn. The anti-CP laws made no difference. Made no difference at all when it comes to curb stomping these predators and child sex trafficking rings out of existence.
Curb stomp the fuck out of them.
Did the exact opposite of what they intended.
No. If somebody goes after your child, curb stomp the fuck out of them. Are you kidding me? No. Curb stomp the fuckers. No!
If we only made a distinct and proper measure on addressing child predators, the number of them would have been damn near zero. It's just
curb stomping them would equal zero.
Not all parents will care. This should be a multi-pronged approach.
Leave kids the fuck alone.
Way. A, legalizing child porn that doesn't harm or is entirely fictitious while clearly distinguished.
No child porn does not harm. Like that. If you force a child to do porn, there is harm. Are you fucking... Yo, stingy. You take whatever I want, by the way, brother. This, I'm watching what Nick originally put out. Dude, I don't understand. I don't get this. Like, I don't understand, dude. I've been freaking out all fucking night. And it's like, there's no okay. There's no okay with child porn. There's no okay. I know you understand that, but like, I'm not very. You might be one of the few people. Hell yeah. Hell, Stingy, you're just one of the better. You're one of the best. I basically am lynching myself with this stupid person. Like, I'm glad you showed up. Glad you're here. I'm just gonna say it. This motherfucker should not be alive. Like, wait, there were thumbs down? What? It's cool. I don't care. I'm just fucking letting myself go. And oh, the thumbnail. All right, yeah, dude, I'm just letting myself go. And you know how unhinged I can be. I can let it go a little bit. By the way, if there's any take that you want to get from me, like on this stream or anything, it's right there for you, homie.
And making recording child rape illegal because we have to separate.
Oh God!
Recording child sexual assault or even rape material is not the same as child porn because the rape is real, but the porn isn't. You can't have it both ways.
What are you talking about?
Making it so even the most sexually depraved and predatory child sex trafficker or pedo ringleader goes after his own flock and eats their own. The more they do this, the less they
Sorry,
exist.
I had no idea that this was going to be where
the
it
more
stopped.
that these non-offending pedophiles can actually be more desensitized to the porn they consume, which is...
There is no unoffending pedophile! My neighbors are going to be a little bit mad about that.
The
Dude, I
or whatever.
am
so when they stop
raging
that
completely.
Material, they
It's going to be
get help
it's so
and
fun.
turn around their life. And if and when all of this works, they can actually become functioning members of society if you let them. And finally,
I think rage is
parents
fun.
teaching their kids sexual education when they're between the ages of...
However, while rages are fun, this pedophile freak motherfucker is no. I'm watching this in respects to fucking Nick. Oh God. Oh, God.
5 to 9 years old in a
5 to 9. 5 to fucking 9. I'm glad I have bad vision because I took my glasses off 5 to fucking 9. Are you serious? You fucking piece of fucking garbage. There is no redeeming quality about this piece of shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. But, like, I Stingy, I hope that you and fucking Wranglers dream at least an iota about these piece of fucking shit. Because more people need to know about this fucking horrible, degenerate piece of fucking garbage.
And a matter of life or death, to where even the children can be able to say no to the predators without having to ban the faintest bit of child porn. That hurts absolutely no one, not even them. The less that children are dependent on these predators for that first-hand sexual experience, or any first-hand sexual experiences that can damage or permanently tarnish their life and the way they view
every ounce of child porn damages that child's fucking life. Are you fucking... Dude, Stingy, I'm glad you're here with me, man. I'm gonna fucking...
themselves, the less likely
just
they'll
keep
be
going.
traumatized.
I'm just
The
gonna
more
keep
likely
going.
they're
I
taught how to
am
make
so
pancakes for
mad.
breakfast, the less likely
You're
they'll end up with
one of the
pancakes
bros.
all over their faces, feeling a little silly. The less
I don't want to rewind it because there's nothing good.
that these predators have the given ability to come near children with indirect and unconditional permission by the parents of said child or children, and we're only talking about the shepherd here that we need to be more concerned about, the more that they themselves get on with it in life. So they don't have to take the bullet. So that more people save their own goddamn ammo. Because
No, you need to take the bullet, you stupid fuck.
don't justify murder, unless if it's self-defense. I'm pro-self-defense, but I'm anti-murder. So that they don't have to rot in
It's
a
not
white
murder.
ban for over 30 years. So in that way, you don't sugarcoat how sex works.
Sorry.
So that younger children don't come running for free candy, only for them to find out the hard way on how bad your parents really are. Now, let's move on to the last chapter I actually put any effort into making original commentary in. Now, here's the least controversial commentary chapter in this entire video.
You're gonna off yourself. You're gonna off yourself if that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna off yourself, and therefore I am 100% backing you, stupid piece of shit.
Harmful and futile. Outside of it being bad and completely useless advice. It not only solves nothing, but does nothing to an actual issue, as opposed to an issue they think is the real one, instead of directly and actually addressing the real one. Oh, if you blame parents, you shouldn't have children. Maybe that's the solution. Give me a break. As long as the solution fixes all of the problem, it's all that really matters at the end
No,
of the day.
this
Arguing that the
motherfucker
last
should never
resort
have
to an issue is the
children.
way to cure and solve all of it is the most pedantically retarded thing I have ever heard in my life on this issue. The problem is with the parents. It's with the government. And it's with having made child porn
Okay.
illegal. Cut
What?
parents and then the fuck up. It's harmful advice because murder is worse than child rape. And I just came up with an analogy. Child rape is to murder as child porn is to self-defense. If and when it comes to self-defense, actually prove that it's
Did he just say child porn is self... I'm just gonna keep going. I am losing my fucking mind. So mad.
I'm not saying that child porn isn't wrong, but child
Stingy,
rape
I'm
is. Now,
I'm
it's
glad
futile.
you're
Could it
here.
be a
I'm
mystery
sorry
if I outlined it
you're
for
seeing
Scooby-Doo and the
this.
gang to
This
solve?
is
They're
a
all useless.
fucking
Predators are
freak
just as
beyond
useless or
my
as
means.
much as the victims will become of them. After all, you're supposed to make your trauma something you can be made easily capable of moving on from with a bit of therapy and counseling wrestling, and all the 9 yards, and can only mention them in passing memory. Not your own degenerate and personally driven storyline to gather false sympathy or make your trauma content like some fucking trauma whore, like Hopeless Peaches. The reasons why predators exist can easily have everything else mentioned in this video. Stand up to that and those reasons alone. Now, before I go off on my rant segment and finally end this fucking video, I will highlight a key difference that everyone forgets. It's not at all hard or even remotely difficult or even impossible to prevent your kids from running to these predators for sexual dependence.
They don't run to
you.
you.
Teach your kids sex ed when they were 5 to 9 years old. It all stems from you as a parent for both the child/minor and for the parents of these predators. Now here's the rant. Holy shit, this is a long-ass video. I can't even believe that I was able to make this video. I can't even believe that I was able to dissect all the reasons why.
Okay. I am putting back on my glasses, man. Oh, dude. Why would you think this is boosting? Why? Hold on. Stingy. You fucking know more about these fuckers than I do. What is he boosting? Why would you ever sub to this? Maybe I should start boosting. I'm just playing with that. I am losing my fucking mind. Like, I don't want to. I physically want to fight him. I have nieces. I have nephews. Yeah, I have nieces and nephews. I want to fight him. This is as deep as I want to go. I am so filled with hate, man. Are you serious? Stingy? Brother? When I tell you I want to fight him, I'm not really joking. I'll throw fucking hands with this piece of shit. Fuck. Wait, he's got a website? Oh no! Alright. That stupid little fucking fox. Yo, what's going on, Dave? Gaff? You know what? Fuck. I'm drunk as fuck. What's going on, Gaff? Let's just speak to you for real. Oh my god. I got very little time left in this, but I'm so mad. Homie, I'm glad it's done. Yo, fucking EWB, EWB. Gaff, homie, I just... It pushes you. Yeah, what... That's about what's going on is Stingy is feeding me info that I was like, oh my fucking God. Why? Oh, dude, Stingy is a fucking legend. Stingy's a fucking legend. Let's just be real. And Evil White Bowser, yo, dude. How can you... this motherfucker is okay with pedos. This motherfucker's okay with them. And he's defending them. Like, if you can read the name Brian Mullins, this motherfucker's okay with defending pedos. It doesn't make sense. This whole stream is bad. Oh, dude. Yo, Stingy. Stingy knows how to find shit. Let's just be honest, right? I'm a drunkard. Right now, I'm about 20 plus beers in. That fox, to me, looks like he needs to be smacked across the mouth. Because I don't like foxes anymore. They're like... Fuck. Let's just go back a little bit. This is gonna be horrible. Any place I go. Any place I go.
Learn if either everyone's a hypocrite and allows worse types of fictional porn.
Any place I go. This dude just is the worst. He is a horrible piece of shit. Any place I go.
Or that hurting children doesn't have to be their main concern in order to push their fucking disgusting, sick, and twisted political agenda. So when we made child porn illegal, we put our trust and control in the hands of the government, which they gave them.
Did you just fucking hear that? Child porn, illegal, bad. No. Stingy. Man, like, he has 12.3K subs. He has 12.3K subs. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't care. Like, I'm not going for it. Fuck it. I'll say it. I don't have that many subs. I don't care. I don't care. How does this open pedophile have 12.3? How does an open pedophile have 12.3? This doesn't make any sense. You have 12.3 people being like, well, sleeping with a child just makes... No. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. It's fucking weird.
Of the child sex traffickers, pedo ringleaders, child predators, and sex offenders abroad. We are to blame, not them. It's not their fault that we're not only fooled, but morally stumped.
I hope to God that they are. I hope to God that they are. They're not, though. And let me read yours, EWB. Praying the subs are bots. Stingy ain't no way. People are so... Enigma saying that. Stingy is probably going to back that up. There is... Homie, this is fucking insane to me. This is fucking an absolute catastrophe among human nature. By the way, if you haven't stubbed Stingy, Stingy's probably one of the coolest people I've ever talked to. Like, no joke. He's dope. He's such a good dude. He's part... He I don't know if he was the founder. Doesn't matter. Wranglers, fucking dope people. But, now, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the fuck? This guy is like, how lunatic do you have to be? How lunatic do you have to be to think that this guy makes any fucking sense? He's a child predator, and he's proud of it. Is Jupiter a part of there? Is Jupiter a fucking part of it?
Worse. Now, ever since 1977, they banned child pornography in general.
I hope he lives in Idaho. I hope this motherfucker lives in Idaho. Because I want him and Jupiter to be like, oh, death sentence. I don't have to sit here and be cool. Because if I'm banned, I'm banned. Cool. Don't matter. I want those fucking two to just end yourself. Stingy, dude. I have never looked at my social blade. Odds are it's always in the basement. I don't care. But if you haven't checked out the Billy Shed is fucking amazing. I've been on there a couple of times. It's fucking lit. It's so fun. But yeah, I think we're about... You know what, Evil White Bowser? David, I'm going to subject myself through horrible shit. You see that big old long clump of bullshit? I'm going to do it.
Throughout the coming decades, and look what came out of that. Pedo and child sex trafficking rings and child predators abroad. It's impossible to learn if either everyone's a hypocrite and allows worse types of fictional porn, or that hurting children doesn't have to be their main concern in order to push their fucking disgusting, sick and twisted political agenda. So when we made child porn illegal, we put our trust and control in the hands of the government.
That's not fapping. That's
in the hands
ew.
of the child sex traffickers, pedo ringleaders, child
Ew,
predators,
why did
and
I even
sex
say
offenders
that?
abroad. We are to blame, not them. It's not
I
their fault
am
that we're not
hitting
only
myself
fooled, but morally stumped,
'cause
even
this
though
is
they are
fucking
beyond monsters
disgusting.
and predators. We did half their job for them, so that even when they don't exist anymore in the future, if we made child porn permanently illegal, we would be tearing each other apart and taking each other down, and there would still be more and more of them. Why should I trust a parent that absolutely trusts the government blindly, only for that same government trusting predators and child sex traffickers, and they still exist, only to act like the issue's been solved when nothing happened and nothing was solved? It only creates what I can call a trust struggle. Anyone that suggests that we should ban all porn, much less child porn,
Oh
permanently,
my
is not only
God,
unethical
how
to the most
stupid!
pedo people ever, but also bigger degenerates themselves than a run-of-the-mill pedo could ever be. So now let's get to the next chapter. Now, it may sound unbelievable.
No, 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 you. I feel like fucking puking. I hate my life. God. I don't want to subject you guys to any more of this. I really don't. Like, do you see what's below it? A lot of it is just happy. I don't want to do it. You know what? No. There's no way. I just Stingy.
Controversial, but it just may be the one thing that'll stop these predators from the source of the issue. Before I get into all
Stingy. I know you're gonna post it to one of the places that I am in. However, I just think I'm done. I'm gonna go to the restroom, but let this play. I hate this fucker. You know what? I said the gloves are off. Didn't I? That's part of the stream title, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but didn't I say gloves are off? I am going to get pretty mean here. Because I thought I said that they were off. Alright, let's get a little bit mean.
the deeds as to why, I'm going to hone your attention on the source of the issue outside of child porn itself. Let's say that not all children are well informed on and about sexual education. I suggest that teaching them sex ed at an early age between the ages
Alright. Everything has been lowered.
as much as the meaning of life. Should there never be any time when and after they hit puberty? This measure alone.
Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? Nah, I'm not even gonna joke around. I'm not even gonna fucking joke around with this.
Suggesting otherwise is the real reason
I am mad.
you want to come near this very
Alright. Usually I got a lot of chill. Usually I got a bit of chill. Actually, I guess I can say sometimes I have a bit of chill. You're a degenerate piece of shit that the world would be better if you were not a part of it. I think you should unalive yourself in Minecraft, but not just in Minecraft. I hate you beyond a microcosm. And I said microcosm. I understand what that means. But do you understand what it means to not be a piece of shit? I hate you. I want you gone from this world. You yourself take away from me as a person because you are still a part of this world. I don't want you in it. You're a fucking disgusting pile of shit. I want you done. Now let's play something different.
You don't want none.
Stingy, thank you for coming by. This guy's a pile of shit. He ain't even a pile of shit. I respect my pile of shits more than I respect this guy.
You don't want none.